I'm about to lose it, Leo.
Oh, God. I know. This entire setup right now was pitiful. Dino and Austin have been fumbling around for fucking ever, and we don't know what the hell is going on. It's getting us out of our fucking routine here.
Austin, at some point, I can't even keep track of when it happened. The light, the big ring light, used to be over here in my peripherals, out of sight, out of mind. Now, Austin, I think it's a sign of passive aggressiveness, puts it directly in the sight line of my eyeballs. It's like I'm staring into the sun whenever I'm trying to do a podcast. Not the easiest conditions to think under.
Of course. I personally think that Dino and Austin, they get high, of course, before the podcast, and they think of ways to fuck with you. I think that's what they're doing. They're putting their heads together, come up with ideas to make sure they can get you out of your zone. They're like, how are we going to fuck with Danny today?
What do you think they're trying to do? You think they're trying to psychologically and technologically sabotage us?
100%. They know that our weakness is tech. We don't know what the fuck is going on over there.
And they think if they can fuck with our performance through tech, the fans will start preferring them to us.
Yes.
And it'll be the Dino and Austin show.
Right. They're just trying to suck our followers into their little live stream world.
What if it was the Dino and Austin show?
God, we should do that one time.
It's like if the Nazis had won the war.
Yeah. How funny if we put our mics over there and we ran the show while Dino and Austin did a segment for like 15 minutes.
Can we try it right now?
You guys want to switch with us?
Let's try it right now. Let's see. Hey, look at me, Austin. Especially look at me, Dino.
Yeah.
Just so you guys know, that talking into a mic for a living ain't as easy as it seems. Nope. We're going to swap right now. No. Whatever you do, the podcast is on autopilot. Show me where to click to change cameras. I can figure that out.
Right.
Dino.
I'll hold the camera. I'll take Dino's job.
Leo, are you sure you're cut out for that?
I don't know. You know, it's like on your channel, you told me once that I do about 5% of the work. I think holding the camera is about, I don't know, I would say about 5% of the work because Austin's over there doing most of it. So I'm going to take that in the Leo spot over there.
Which one's the Leo spot?
Dino, for sure. Dino spot.
Hey, he's got a hard job over there. You are going to have to swivel a camera back and forth. Let's do it. And then, so what we're going to do, Austin and Dino, so you adequately respect us, is we're just going to give you the floor.
Yep.
Whatever you guys want to talk about, and make sure it's 50-50. Austin has his live stream, so he's got some training. You can't monologue.
Nope.
Back and forth. In fact, Dino has to open the show.
I love that. Dino
opens the show with a monologue.
All right.
Let's go.
Let's go, guys.
Welcome to the Dino and Austin show. Here are your hosts, Dino and Austin.
What's up, guys? It's me, Dino, and Austin, this random loser. And I wanted to talk about how Austin went to Vegas and he threw up and shit his pants at the same time. Pretty good story.
Fuck. I was really trying hard not to talk about that one too. Like, I was not going to bring that up on the show, but now I guess I have to. So I spent my weekend with a gay prostitute who looks like he's 12 years old and his boyfriend who's about 10 years older than him. And they're both like rich as fuck. Because I went to Vegas with Jerry. Jerry was working in Vegas. You stayed home.
Yeah, at school.
Yeah, because Derek's still fucking 10 years old in high school. Yeah, so... What?
All I said was boom.
Oh, okay. But yeah, Jerry and I got super fucked up, and, you know, people have talked about, I burped and farted and sneezed at the same time, but I'm actually kind of proud of myself because I vomited and shit myself at the same time. I was so fucked up after drinking for 48 hours straight or something with Jerry, and I go in the bathroom on like my hands and knees to throw up in the toilet. And as I mentioned before with my like post-traumatic shark disorder and my tendency to shart myself, I shit my pants while I threw up in the toilet. And I didn't want the girls in the hotel room to know that we're sleeping there. So I bagged my underwear up Austin, with my shorts.
We're getting into a real story here. I feel like we should back this up and start from the top. You're going right to the climax of the entire
Austin,
Vegas weekend, aren't
this you? This is the Austin...
Is this the producer talking shit?
When did we hire you to editorialize our podcast?
I just think whatever small audience this Leo and Danny Show podcast has, they're going to bail if this story goes on any longer.
Hey, Leo, when your brother and you are at home, remind him to cut this part out. Because I'm not having this on my show right now.
Leo and I are brothers now?
Yeah.
I can't even keep track of the fantasy and the reality of this role play going
That's
on.
why you having sex with his sisters is a big problem.
No, Austin, let's tell the Vegas story from these alternate positions. Well, Leo doesn't have a mic now. All right, let's do this. We're going to switch positions back. Austin, you've conducted yourself with some grace, as we expected, though, because you're a professional. Or, excuse me, you're not a professional. You have some experience.
Yeah.
Dino, I want to hear you monologue again.
Yeah. Dino, you gotta give us.
Yeah, give your side of the story. While I was out of town, what were you doing?
I was doing literally fucking nothing. I don't fucking know. I was doing school, cheating in my fucking math work.
What math are you in? What level of math?
I don't even fucking
There's
remember.
no way he's in Algebra 2. Algebra 2
I
is
took
for
that.
people who are college bound.
Are you in geometry?
I took that like a while back.
Okay. Are you in algebra 1 then?
I took algebra. Shit.
When he says he took geometry a while back, he probably means he learned about triangles in 5th grade.
He literally doesn't
I'm
remember
in-
what class he's in.
I'm in math analysis right now.
Math
because-
analysis has got to be some remedial thing.
Yeah.
It's for, we're going to teach you the basics for when you're calculating how much an oil change costs at Jiffy Lube.
It was like I
They
was
know
supposed-
that's where you're headed.
I was supposed to go to pre-cal or whatever, but I was like, I'm not gonna pass that online. Fuck that.
I don't think you were supposed to go to pre-cal.
Well, I was on track, but you know, fate maybe decided not to let me go.
What are the math problems you work with daily? What do they look like?
Like sine, cosine shit. I don't know.
That
Just
sounds
some random
complex.
fucking letters. I just use photo math. I'm gonna be honest. I don't fucking learn shit in there.
Yeah.
Photo math.
You just point your camera at the shit and it tells you the answer.
Any math problem, all the way up to like calculus for the most part, you can using AI just scan your phone and it gives you the answer. That's
And
what
it'll
got
give you
me
the
through
work.
high school.
Kids are gonna be retarded.
It's
Yep.
insane, man. The machines are taking over everything. We're not going to have any interpreters anymore because language can now be cracked by technology. Math, driving can be cracked by technology.
We're all gonna be retarded babies.
You know there are robots writing jokes now. AI can create jokes. Leo and I might be at a job.
They can write children's books and even like basic movies and stuff. And music too, AI generated music.
Sex toys.
Dino, let's get.
Pretty soon we're going to be fucking latex and watching VR porn.
I got no problem with that part.
Pretty soon,
I'm
that's
actually
the-
holding out for
It'll
that.
save us a
That's
long
right
time.
now. That's the present. You could be doing that right now.
Plus 5 equals 10.
X plus 5 equals 10.
Ooh, Leo just asked because he's off mic right now. X plus 5 equals 10. We're going to give you one math problem, then we're going to switch back.
X equals 15.
You
Wait,
are
no, X
so...
equals 5.
Are you
Shit.
retarded?
Yeah,
Derek?
he might be. Okay, Dino, let's switch back. Let's switch back right now. We got Dino to send in a resume, and we were hoping he was going to do what Rat Dick Ralph did and
Right.
actually write an honest resume.
A resume to get him an actual job.
No, it's just him trying to be funny,
Yeah.
failing to be funny. But one part of it says qualifications. That's one of the headers, and then beneath that it says retarded question mark. And Leo, thank you for presenting that math problem.
Yeah.
I think after Dino said X equals 15, that we
Yeah.
can say he might be retarded.
Oh yeah, absolutely. If X was 15, then it'd be 20.
I mean, he basically fucked up 5 plus 5.
Yeah, he did. He fucked up 5 plus 5, which is okay. Look, we're gonna have to help the kid. You know, at some point, I think me and you need to sit down, you and I, him and his parents, tell him that what the weed's doing to him, tell him what his future is gonna look like, and maybe try to get him on a new path. What do you think he should do to improve himself starting
Yeah.
today? What do you think?
I don't know, Dino, maybe whenever you get the urge to smoke weed, have a cup of tea instead. Would that fly?
Chamomile, you know, it'll relax your nerves.
Won't it help you sleep too?
Yeah, chamomile's nice. Green tea will give you a little bit of a kick. It's more of an amphetamine. It's got some caffeine in it.
Dino, let me ask you this. What is 9 times 9?
9 times 9 is 81.
Surprised he knew that. What is 7 times 7?
48? 49? I don't remember.
He was one off. What is 7 times 11?
7 times 11? 77. Yeah.
Okay, that's good. He's
It's not bad. He's
demonstrating
sharp on
a
his,
5th grade level of
yeah,
math
exactly.
knowledge.
I know my multiplication tables.
Good stuff, Dino. Okay, I didn't give you enough credit. Let's talk about this Vegas trip. It's pretty interesting because Jerry's been off the map as far as Leo and I are concerned.
He's not giving us much anymore. I asked him if he wanted to be in a makeover video. Tried to get him back. He said, "I'll let you know." You know, who does that?
I'll let you know.
I'll let you know. Who
It's
does
like
that?
it's like he's got a bunch of other projects and he's
Exactly.
too big for you.
That's exactly how I felt when he said that.
And I also want to apologize to everybody. I am hungover from a bunch of weed gummies and Cheesecake Factory cheesecake, so my mind's working a little slow today. Jesus. Austin, though, told me last week that he was going to Vegas with fan Jerry. Yeah. Just Austin and Jerry, which I figured that would generate some stories, but what really piqued mine and Leo's interest is that Fairy Farts, the object of Jerry's love, the girl, was there too.
Oh, yeah. This is huge. And is there anything you can say that would indicate that she wants Jerry in any way, Austin?
I don't know. Nothing like that really came up. We were just hanging out and shit.
So what happens? Who drives out with who?
I drove out with Jerry like 2 days before they showed up.
You drive out with Jerry. Is Jerry drinking Mike's Hard Lemonade in the car?
Right.
Can he even wait for Vegas?
Is he dipping? Is he hitting joints on the way up?
He was dipping, and we were hitting my dab rig in the car on the way there.
Any alcohol in the car?
No, we bought alcohol once we were already there.
How long after you got there?
Immediately. It was probably the
Immediately.
first
Danny,
thing
would
we
it be
did.
fucked up if for a video we got Jerry hammered and stuff, made him drive, and then called the cops and told him, just give him a DUI for a video?
That's one of Jerry's biggest concerns is that he's going to get arrested in a video.
He's concerned with that, huh?
I wouldn't say it like keeps him up at night, but it is like one thing that he wants to like keep in mind.
So Jerry, right when his feet touch Las Vegas soil, how long is it before he has cracked his first Mike's Hard Lemonade? Honestly.
Honestly, he might have had some in the car. I don't remember, but he brought some with him, and I think as soon as we checked into our hotel room, it was Mike's Hard Lemonade.
That's strawberry shit.
For the rest of the like 70 hours we were there.
I'm assuming it's mid-afternoon when you get there. You guys are drinking. What happens? You're shit-faced in the hotel, and then do you decide to go out and do something?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I was so fucked up the entire time. It's sort of blurry as to what all we did. But we spent a lot of time at this new hotel that was just built called the Circa. And we were in the pool a lot. I don't remember when we ran into those gay dudes, but we went to one of the gay dudes' houses and went hot tubbing.
What Austin's talking
Jesus.
about is Austin ran into two gay fans of the channel, one of whom is a male prostitute. I guess he looks like a child. Do you think he looks younger than you and Dino?
Yeah, I would say he looks younger than me.
And he fucks older guys for money. I was very excited to learn this, and I wanted to call the guy. We're still waiting on getting his information to see if we can call him and talk to him, because
That'd be great.
I would love to hear more about his work. But what's kind of making me confused about this whole trip is I assumed it was a filming mission for Jerry. That's one of the reasons Jerry gave for wanting to take a break, is he wanted to focus more on his own thing. And Austin is telling me that Jerry was too fucked up to even bother filming a scene out there.
Wow. This is concerning, because would you say that Jerry came out of this trip a little bit more depressed than you'd say he entered it?
No, it was the opposite. We just had like a really good time, and it was probably more so me that like Jerry was kind of iffy on whether he was going to film. I was, and then I was just already fucked up and kind of having a good time. So I was like, I did some live streaming on my phone.
So you're saying like
That was pretty much it. Jerry was there because he works in Vegas.
Gotcha.
So he was working during the day.
So you're saying you don't think it was depressing that Fairy Farts once again probably denied Jerry, and you think when he was drinking his Mike's Hard in the gay guy's hot tub, you don't think he was contemplating
That happened, by the way. We're fast forwarding right now.
Right.
He was in a hot tub with the gay guy.
He was in a hot tub with a gay, right?
Okay.
Both were, yeah.
Sweet. Yeah, he said that. Okay, so he's in a hot tub with a gay fan that is a prostitute. He's drinking his Mike's Hard. He's texting Fairy Farts. She's not responding to him. He sees other guys on her story. He's not depressed. You telling me? Is he hiding it?
No, not at all. Jerry was in high spirits. Like, he's not even upset with the channel or anything. He literally just wanted to take like a break to chill. He didn't say even anything negative. Like, we just got really fucked up.
I guess we're not as big of men as Jerry.
We also
It's
played
not saying anything,
bingo.
but I'm just so confused because Jerry, he said he was going to take time to focus on his own thing, yet here he hasn't uploaded a video since December. My girlfriend and I, we went to Newport Beach for a little mini vacation this weekend, and one of the things we always do when her and I are together, at least we used to do, was plop down on the couch and pull up the newest Just Jerry video.
Oh, wow.
We haven't had that pleasure since December the 12th. At least I don't think so. So I don't see, I mean, Jerry's last video was literally a one take. He loves his one take videos. Not much for editing, that guy, which is strange because he just bought a brand new PC to edit his videos. Or he bought that like 2 or 3 months ago. And as far as I can tell, it doesn't come out of the box. But it just seems like he could have at least clicked the record button on his iPhone and walked from the MGM down to the Bellagio. Could he not have
Seriously.
given us that?
Seriously, I think a lot of the fans would have appreciated it. What do you say? I mean, you don't think he'd
We considered it. We really just didn't feel like it, honestly.
God damn it. Do you think he'd take a call right now? Because I want you to
No.
like I want you to like tell him about a video that's too good to be true. Tell him there's going to be hookers. Tell him there's going to be
Midgets.
Midgets, hookers. They're telling me that the ASU soccer team is going to be in this video, that you got them on board, and tell him that he can do coke and drink and just have a good time. And I want to see what he says about being in that video.
He's on he's just taking a break for like his head to chill. You know, he doesn't even really want us talking about him. Calling him was the
hard.
last thing. Yeah.
Okay.
God damn it.
Well, it sounds like this is a fresh wound. We won't go into it much deeper. So, I don't know. I guess that takes away us
How many
digging
weed
into
gummies
this.
did you do?
Do I
yesterday?
seem slow today?
No, not at all. I'm curious though. Like how many? I will never. I'm a positive guy. I'm not gonna tell you that you seem slow
Okay,
today.
well, Dino and Austin are going to both laugh when I tell them. I took in total over the entire weekend about 20 milligrams of gummies
That's crazy.
over 2 days.
you were
I'm living on the
fucked
edge,
up.
baby. I wasn't fucked up ever. There were a couple times where I was scared. This is how I described it to Mia. With a weed gummy, it feels like you're going up the roller coaster. Coming up to the top. And whenever I take them now, I flash back to the Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas video where I ate 100 milligrams. Again, quit fucking laughing, Austin. I don't care that you've done 4,000 in one sitting. But when I took 100, I had that feeling. And I get it every time I eat the gummies now, but there's just some peace in knowing that I'm only going to climb up to the 5 or 10 milligram level and not all the way to 100 like I did in Vegas. That was real fear that set in. There were a couple times I had minor panics come on, but never full breakdowns or never, I'm staying in the hotel room, I'm watching TV, I can't do anything right now. I was fairly productive. I fucked Mia in the shower while I was
Nice.
high on 10 milligrams.
Ooh.
High five.
Fuck yeah, dude.
My tolerance is coming up.
You kept it nice and hard the entire time.
Kept it nice and hard.
It's not easy. It's not hard for you to keep it hard.
I got a little bit to say about this. First of all, fucking in a shower on vacation is lovely. You've been in my bathroom, Leo. The underside of the toilet seat is frequently caked in shit because my roommates, not me, they eat SpaghettiOs, they eat Chef Boyardee, they call in for pizza, they go to shitty ass Chinese places. Their asses are liable to explode like grenades a couple days a week. And I have to deal with it. The bathroom's gross.
Is
the
it the
floor's
tall
gross
one
in
or
there.
the small Asian one? Who's the
And
culprit?
They also have a friend who listens to this podcast, Fish God.
Oh yeah,
who-
he would take a massive shit. I
he
could
wa-
see him just shitting everywhere.
The Fish God is a buddy of theirs. He's Italian. He weighs about 350 pounds. I already mentioned him coming in and destroying one of my toilets. He watches this podcast, it turns out, and he, I guess he was a little embarrassed about that. He texted my roommate saying, I'm sorry about destroying your guys' toilet. So, Fish God, just...
Go ahead, dude. It's all good.
I don't know, just take care of what you got to take care of at your own house before you come over. But with a hotel bathroom, there's no shit on the underside of the toilet.
I shave my balls in all hotel bathrooms. As soon as I go in, it's I got a hotel to myself. Get the trimmer out. I don't have one yet, but
yeah.
it's
There's...
leave it on the floor.
You don't have to worry about your roommates knocking on the door, hearing the razor and going, oh, DeTavio shaving his taint again.
Right.
That judgment, that's hard on a man.
Absolutely.
But also, because everything appears clean and you know it's not. You know there's sperm all over the pillowcases. You know a million people have jizzed all over the shower floor. And also, this hotel had been shut down to the public for a year before we got there. So it might have been one of those hotels they were leasing out to homeless people during COVID.
Oh, it for sure was.
There could have been a homeless transsexual orgy on the shower floor I fucked on. It's
probably
possible.
was.
There probably was. Austin, I agree. They were putting 8 homeless, I don't know why I said people, 8 homeless mongrels per room in that place. And I got it secondhand. But ignorance is bliss, and big cocks are paradise. So I took me, just thought I'd slip that in there. I took me into the shower and I fucked her. And it was nice. I was on the floor. And one of my favorite moves in the shower is that you can get a handful of shampoo, rub your girlfriend's asshole with it, maybe even put some on the tip of your finger, put it up her ass, so you get
Clean it out.
You can make sure at least the first inch of depth is clean, because I like to get my tongue in there.
Oh yeah, you tongue fuck that asshole a little bit.
I like to tongue fuck the asshole. It's like I can't think of an analogy right.
It's a very dominating thing to do to a woman. You know, it's almost like you're playing her like an instrument. You know?
Yeah. It's like you're blowing into a tuba.
Yeah, seriously.
I don't think that's very dominant. I don't think there's anything alpha about being on your knees or blowing into
We gotta
a
get
tuba.
a tuba player in here and just decimate him with just talk mad shit to him for playing the tuba.
Playing an instrument takes enough discipline and it's hard enough. Why?
Pick the tuba.
Why would you play any instrument that would never get you laid?
Seriously.
Even
A
bass
fucking
guitar is
tuba,
pushing
dude.
it. Like nobody wants to hear somebody pull out a bass at a party and
Nope.
play a Led Zeppelin song. It's guitar, it's drums, it's nothing else.
Maybe piano.
Piano can be nice.
Yeah, piano can be nice. If there's, if you go to a nice little cocktail party and there's a piano in the corner, you're like, oh, I got something for you guys.
Absolutely.
Play Benny and the Jets, Fuck, dude.
There are 4 instruments that are worth your while. I wonder if playing a triangle is a singular pursuit. Like if there's a guy who's just a master at the triangle and he doesn't play any other instruments.
Oh, dude. Kenny G does the flute pretty well, I guess, right?
I don't know who Kenny G is.
No, it's just a good... they used to say I look like him on The Bachelorette, and that's why I know who he is.
Well, good for Kenny.
Yeah.
Fucking in the bathroom, though, was fantastic. And it's part of just Orange County, I think. The beautiful hotels, the television. Something else I discovered down there. All the ads, they're targeted toward rich, depressed housewives.
Wow.
It's insane because we live here in super woke LA. So every other ad that comes on is BLM, Me Too, organic produce. That's all we see on our YouTube because it's all done geographically. You get down into Southern California, into Orange County. The ads are for a Skechers shoe that's designed for dog walking. Who's the model in the ad? A 45-year-old with a deep tan, a perfect six-pack,
Really?
and big fake titties.
Wow.
The ad after that is for some sort of antidepressant. And again, we got a smoking hot housewife who in the ad, she's drinking wine, she's at painting classes, she's playing the violin. It's a completely different world down there, Leandro.
It is surprising the amount of attractive moms that are in Orange County when you go down there. And they're not working clearly, but I do believe the moms that I've gotten to know from Orange County, through when I played Little League Baseball, for example, we'd go to Orange County a lot, and then there was like a brother team to our team. They're all on some kind of antidepressant or some kind of pill. They're all addicted to pills, and I feel like that's kind of why a lot of them are depressed. But it is weird that I've been seeing it happen to my friends now. Like the girls that got married are slowly getting into a world where they need some kind of pill to get them through the day. And I don't know if that's from the drinking they did.
Do they have
nonstop.
jobs?
No, they don't have jobs. They're sitting at home, and I would 3 of my buddies on the softball team have wives that we've all had conversations about how they're addicted to pills, be it Valium or one that's going down a dark path with oxycodone. But it's really it's surprising that even with their children and stuff, they feel like their lives don't mean anything, and they need to they just basically get high all day.
This ties into that pretty well. When I was high this weekend on the pot gummy, I thought, this came to me, that the point of life is really just to keep anxiety at bay. Life
I like that.
is you strolling through a marsh, and the fog is anxiety. And your job in life is to get a flamethrower powerful enough to shoot away all the fog and make it melt, the anxiety fog. And I think that is a universal experience. The more I speak to people, the more I listen to music. This driving down actually to Orange County, I was listening for a goof to Linkin Park, and I was playing their first album, and the first song on that album is Paper Cut, and the lyrics in it are like, I know just what it feels like to have a face on the inside of my head, like a face that it's like a paranoid looking over my back, it's like a whirlwind inside of my head. That whole album is about a guy who's just dealing with intense anxiety. And if you don't find a way to fight that, and everybody has to find a way, you have to resort to these housewife pills.
Yep.
And I think
that's everybody now.
And I think the number one way to be anxious and depressed is to rely on somebody else to give you money, to have no passion or calling in your own life other than making sure your lawn is manicured and your house is decorated to look better than Colleen's across the street.
Yep.
Do you have anxiety, Austin?
I don't have anxiety myself, but like
Ever?
I'll hang out with these. Not really. Whenever I was in school, I did, and like I would just get anxiety for tests and stuff that would make my stomach hurt. Like it would make me kind of sick, but I wouldn't really feel anxious. But it was the anxiety causing that. But I'll hang out with these like 100-pound pill popping model chicks in LA, and they're always, oh, I gotta take this fucking Vyvanse so I can disassociate from my sexual assault. I'm like, what does disassociate even mean? Like, they use these words to justify
Everybody's on pills
taking
now.
a bunch of pills.
Austin, so you 7 days out of the week wake up feeling the same.
Right.
On Monday, on Thursday, on Friday, on Saturday, on Sunday. There is no variation in your sense of well-being through the week and throughout the day?
Yeah, pretty much.
Danny, maybe you should try to explain to him what anxiety is. Some people don't know what that is. Yeah, we have to figure out if you have anxiety ever.
No, I know. I know how to deal with it. Like
He's got it all figured out.
Whenever I start feeling
Austin, you
anxious
gotta write a
or
book.
sad, I go, that's some beta fucking pussy shit.
That's healthy.
That's what I tell myself every time.
Keep pushing it down, dude. It's never gonna come back up and bite you in the ass.
So far, like I haven't. Whenever I was in high school, felt really anxious, but I've had next to no problems for the last 2.5-3 years of my life.
Well, the antidote must be truckloads of weed.
Truckloads of
Ingested
weed,
daily.
Yeah.
Anxiety, I see anxiety as it can come from anything. So I know it's just a condition of the human mind and not anything in particular, because the amount of things that can make me anxious can range from computer problems to remembering something I messaged to some girl when I was in college and worrying about Me Too, to worrying about how a video is doing with the algorithm, and it makes me feel the same way. It's like when you get dumped by a girl and get your heart broken, that is the same brain circuit as when you have a parent or a pet die.
I like that.
So it's just this universal thing, and sometimes when I wake up to take a piss in the middle of the night, I get one of those waves of fear. I can feel it coming and I have to press it away. And then sometimes it'll just trigger on a Thursday afternoon after I've had 4 perfect days. And it never results in anything. I don't have to go to the cabinet and get a bottle of Cuddy Sark and start swigging. I don't have to. Well, sometimes I do have to pull out my penis and masturbate to,
That's okay.
to help suppress the anxiety.
It's one of the best things to do for anxiety, I think.
But
I'm also religious, so I deal with I work things out through my head a bit differently.
Religion can help. That a lot of the best athletes ever, and especially in baseball, are very religious, and I do think that it can cut anxiety. It just putting your worries onto something else that you believe in, like some other, be it this deity, this God that can take care of it for you, does help. I think religion can be very healthy, and if you use it correctly, I think it can help.
I see it more as like there's this biblical archetype of like how you're supposed to be as a man, and you're not supposed to like be like a beta little bitch. So like all the Bible stories or whatever tell me, oh, if I'm this thought that I'm having right now is like something that I'm not supposed to I deal with it through that perspective of like trying to be that godly
It is true that
figure of like a man.
like if you follow the 10 commandments and you try to lead your life like Jesus led his, that will help curb anxiety because you make decisions based on virtue.
Right.
And if you make decisions based on virtue, then there's less second guessing because, oh, I'm scared right now, but at least I did the right thing. That's comfort. Whereas if you're a pure hedonist, you're constantly thinking, did I fuck up there? Did I wrong that person? Maybe I'm a huge asshole. So that's true, Austin. But also, you're 21 years old. You live at home. You don't have to pay for anything. You have virtually no responsibility. And I'm pretty sure when I was your age, I had a fraction of the anxiety I have now, which is still not a lot.
That's 99% of the, like, I have friends that fucked a chick, got her pregnant. I got literally nothing to deal with.
Right.
So that part of my life is really easy. If I was 27 right now, I'd be more stressed, but I'm only 21. Like, I'm still young. Most people my age are just doing drugs and not really doing anything.
Yeah.
So I feel like I'm already doing all right. So I'm not too worried about my future in that way.
What do you think about the drug use? What I've seen is my friends who did a lot of smoking weed from like 16 to like 25 and a lot of drinking during that time, excessive amounts. They seem to have to deal now with their anxiety, even though they're sober or do it a lot less, with some pill that a doctor prescribed them, and it's literally the doctor did attribute all the anxiety or their lack of, their brains can't basically relax itself, or it can't deal with the anxiety without a pill because of the damage they did in their youth with the drugs and alcohol, with the marijuana and alcohol.
I think it's impossible for a doctor to directly attribute cause to anxiety is the problem. So I don't think it's medically possible to say you're anxious because you smoked too much pot. And I think also smoking a bunch of pot might be a symptom of neglect or abuse that a child suffered before they started smoking pot.
Yeah, just the want to just escape from reality, not to be there, not to have to deal with life on life's terms.
But what I'm saying is that all the kids I know who started smoking weed in middle school or high school, a lot of them had absentee parents or they had dirt poor alcoholic parents. And the issue that made them turn to drugs was probably a backhand that the dad gave them when the kid came home late from 6th grade once, or when he got a C on a paper he wrote for history in 5th grade.
That's why Dino smokes. He was molested. So
Molested. It's a step above the backhand.
I wonder who molested him, a mailman?
yeah.
I don't think it's impossible, Leandro.
I think it was a mailman.
Where they're living now, they live up in the boonies.
Oh, yeah.
In the northern parts of the outskirts of LA. A mailman could take you right on your driveway, Dino, and none of the neighbors would say anything.
Nobody would see.
You have one neighbor that hates you. He probably would go out of his way to not report the mailman if he saw him raping Dino.
Yeah, just down in that river. Just take Dino by the river.
Yeah. No, I forgot how we got onto this topic of anxiety. We were talking about the housewife ads down in Orange County. And then also the pangs of anxiety I feel when I take too much weed. But otherwise, I think Orange County did well for me to reduce stress levels because it is quiet, it is clean, it is free from degenerate gangbangers and homeless.
Yeah.
We went to a mall that had a koi pond. And you could see the ocean from this mall in Orange County. Do you know what would happen if there was a koi pond anywhere within LA County?
Oh, God, it'd be destroyed. Somebody would take a shit in it. Somebody fucked up.
Somebody would take a shit in it.
Yeah.
A bum who hallucinated it is just a big toilet. Right. Or more likely, I think somebody would capture the koi and resell them on the black market.
Yeah, because they're expensive. And apparently they live like 30. Yeah, and they live like 30 years, those bastards.
Do they really?
Some of them, yeah. The life expectancy of a koi fish can be up to 29, 30 years, which is nuts.
These immortal animals are tripping me out.
Yeah, you see, there's a jellyfish that'll live forever. It just keeps regenerating.
It'll live forever?
Apparently, unless like you crush it, unless it dies in some kind of blunt force trauma.
It's like an elf from Lord of the Rings.
It keeps, when it's getting older, it regenerates and becomes young again and just keeps going.
I need to marry a jellyfish like that.
Would you want to be immortal if you had the opportunity? Because I like that in Troy when Achilles says the gods, they envy us because we are mortal, and every moment is so beautiful. So do you think you'd want to just be immortal and just bang 18-year-olds forever? That has something to do with it. It has something. You'd want to be immortal to bang 18-year-olds
If you're
forever.
Muslim, you can do that in heaven.
Dude,
That's true.
it's so hard to know where my head would be at if I was mortal. And it's interesting that quote you just brought up about the gods, they envy us because we're mortal. I was reading a book recently. It's called Stillness is the Key by Ryan Holiday. And he talks about how millionaires and rich people in cities, from his experience, they all tend to envy the simple Midwestern guy who works 9 to 5. While the simple Midwestern 9 to 5 factory worker, he envies the dude on the coast with the beach house.
Of course.
Everybody envies everybody. And so often I see my friends who get off work at 4:30 p.m. on Friday, plop down on the couch, light up a blunt and watch a ball game. And I just think, fuck, man. Sometimes I wish I was
Simple
that guy.
life. Yeah.
But then they see us having sold out live shows or catching a plane to Cleveland or to Arizona or Texas. And they're like, fuck, I wish I was Danny.
Yeah.
You make these like wealthy elite friends, and then you feel constantly pushed to keep furthering your lifestyle when you could easily just cut back your work and chill in a $300,000 home in Kansas or whatever for the rest of your life. But then I don't know, they get caught in that cycle.
Well, then my wife might cheat on me with a fucking good-looking gardener. All right, so I got to keep moving up, dude.
Or just fuck 18-year-olds for the rest of your life.
I don't know.
It's a healthy motivation. What were we talking about? Immortality? I'm so,
Yeah.
dude, I'm so hungover from this cheesecake.
No,
I
this
ordered a
is-
s'mores cheesecake. It had
What is
marshmallows.
wrong with you?
Dude, I saw it. I was looking down the 99.
even sound like you.
The 99 item cheesecake
Right.
list they have there. It's endless.
I love Cheesecake Factory.
And I thought, because I love s'mores, like any red-blooded American boy loves s'mores, I saw that on the menu and I said, I will not be able to look myself in the mirror if I don't know what that tastes like.
Oh my
The
God.
blueberry one, the Oreo one, the apple one, I can let those go. But I have to know if this is or is not the best tasting dessert that exists.
Holy shit! It was that dramatic and that important to you.
It called out to me.
Holy shit! Well, how was it?
Not as good as it looked. And I felt awful after I ate it.
I always like
And
the old classic cheesecake, just little strawberries on top, some whipped cream with that I would make. I want to make a cheesecake that has, the graham cracker part bottom or whatever. I don't know what it's made of.
Sure.
But I want like a big thick portion of that in the middle. A cheesecake with just cheesecake.
So let me get this right. So
Cracker.
instead of being on the bottom, you want to reposition it to the middle?
Well, no, I want it on the bottom and the middle. What do you guys think about that? Wouldn't that taste pretty good? That sounds good, Austin. See, he's a pothead.
So
He knows.
there's just more of a thing that's already
You're
on
just
there.
stacking a cheesecake on top of a cheesecake.
Yeah, basically you're stacking a cheesecake on top of a cheesecake, but I wanted a thick middle section of the crust part.
All right. I suggest you learn how to bake, Leandro. I don't know what to say.
Oh yeah, you just try the cheesecake? Why are you gonna shit on my fucking cheesecake before it even comes out, dude?
It's a pretty good idea.
Yeah, thank you.
It's not that good
it's
of an
a good
idea.
of a fucking idea. Trader Joe's would pick it up, dude. Trader Joe's would pick that fucking idea up.
The
dude.
analogy here is, do you like In-N-Out burgers? What if I put a piece of bread between the patties
Well,
on your
that's a
double
Big
double?
Mac, dude, and people love Big Macs.
That's a good
When's the
point.
last time you had a Big
Fuck,
Mac?
man, I'm cornered right now. I can't do
I
any
saw you
intellectual.
demolish a Big Mac in Kansas.
I've done it all the time. I'm just helpless right now. I can't do any intellectual gymnastics. I'm just,
No. Let's talk about. I want to know.
I'm like a Korean ace trying to fight off a top of the line American. It's like I'm in Top Gun and I'm fighting fucking Tom Cruise and Goose.
Let's
or
do a
whatever those
Top Gun
fuckers are.
video. We kind of did, but I'd like to do a real Top Gun video.
We nailed it. That's still one of my
did nail
favorite
it.
bits.
It's such a great video, dude. Okay, so for real though, like think about it. If you had to really make a choice, if the devil came down and you could be immortal, you're gonna see everybody you know die. You're gonna have a lot of time to work on your channel. I'll tell you that much.
I don't even think I would care.
You wouldn't.
Who knows how your motivations would change? If you won the lottery today and you had $65 million in your bank account, or if the same happened to me, it is so hard to know what I would do the next day.
I know exactly what I would do the next day.
What would you do the next day?
I'd put $1 million into the Leo and Danny movie, dude. Feature film. I would get distribution rights, and we would do a movie. I would love to see our fans all over the nation go into theaters to watch the Leo and Danny movie.
Okay. Do I have to write it?
I would hire you, Danny. I'd pay you well.
You do
Yes, you do have to write it. I would help you write it. I would be there to, every now and then be like, it'd be cool if somebody showed a cock. It'd be cool if we drew a penis somewhere.
Hey, somebody's got to make out around page 85.
Someone's got to make out. I'd be like, oh, it'd be cool if we beat the shit out of Fangeria there, though. I think could we shove something up Fangeria's ass?
Rat Dick Ralph's got to come in at the start of the second act.
Rat Dick Ralph. Oh, absolutely. Dude, can you imagine the movie, dude? Oh, my God.
There would be
the best movie of all time.
There would be a bunch of superfluous scenes where Leo gets his dick sucked in a parking lot, and they would end up all getting cut from the film, but he would insist they be in there.
I would be like, no, we're putting those in there. No, absolutely, dude. I'd give all my friends little cameos, like fucking all the guys that you fucked over.
But seriously, if you had $65 million in the short term, that month after you acquired the $65 million, what would you do?
I mean, I'd despite my father, I'd probably I'd buy him a house for him and my mom to enjoy. Maybe give my sister some kind of menial job. My older sister who's struggles, she hates her job, so I'd give her some kind of. I'd start a foundation for a big write-off, give her a job, and maybe my other sister, both of them. Instantly try to fix my family. Probably wouldn't work anyway. My dad'd still call me a pussy. Then I would probably, I would then work on the movie, and you would have to write it.
Do you get what I'm asking?
Yeah,
I'm asking about motivation.
Yeah, there'd be no motivation. I would be less, I would be less likely to do anything productive for a while. Yeah,
absolutely. If I had $65 million, there's got to be a period where I'm in Vegas. Everybody I know and like is in Vegas with me, and we're not sober for a week. That's happening. Houses are being purchased, and eventually, absolutely, we're coming back to comedy. But I don't know. Would I have the motivation to work 13 hours a day, 6 days a week? I might scale back a little bit if I had $65 million.
I think the only guy that doesn't is like Floyd Mayweather, Elon Musk, fucking. There's some guys that are crazy, man.
There are a lot of people. Tom Brady doesn't scale back an iota.
Not even a little bit.
Bill Belichick, his former coach.
Yeah.
A lot of people in the NFL or pro sports or in music are still working just as hard,
right?
Even though they're rich.
Right.
So that it's not saying that the second you become rich, you're going to lose all motivation. You still might. But I wonder what that would do to me. And if I were immortal, this is a strange thought exercise. I don't fucking know. Would I just lie around in bed?
I mean, everything would no longer be as beautiful. Like sex, for example, you could have sex forever. It's not you're not going to be you're going to be young or whatever age you decide to be when you're immortal or whatever choice you get, or if there's a choice. But then, would having sex with a beautiful woman even be that interesting anymore? Would food you're gonna eat the best steaks forever? Are
we assuming you're rich? How do you know you're gonna get the best steaks?
Maybe not the best. If you're poor, you could eventually get rich if you're immortal. You could just start saving if you're fucking.
That's true.
Even if you're making $15 an hour, you save them for fucking 45 years.
You could get a birthday card from your grandmother, put it into the stock market, and just wait it out until that was $1 billion.
Exactly.
Wow, we got that problem taken care of.
Seriously.
You could take over the world at that point.
You could maybe take over the world. Yeah, if you can't die, you probably would lead countries. You'd have so much experience. God, I don't think life would be that good. I think you'd be doing heroin.
Yeah. I mean, if you're immortal, why not be fucked up on heroin all the time?
I mean, it works for everybody else.
But I don't know. I think a lot of the pleasure we get in life comes from working toward goals that are going to pay off in our short lifetime. And if we just blow the roof off and there's an infinite time frame, I don't know what goal setting looks like starting a family and putting your kids through college and having a nice retirement for you and your wife. I don't know. That's traditional shit people work for, and it goes away. We can't get all psychological right now.
I wanted to ask one more thing, though, because I've been thinking about it recently, and a lot of my friends are having kids. And we were listening to that Louis C.K. Interview with Mark Maron.
Sure. On the way up to Modesto, where we shot this weekend, and on the way down, we were listening to Louis C.K. interviews the whole time.
It was beautiful, though. I thought it was amazing how he was talking about how he never thought that he was going to be into a child at all. Like, he was not into babies never seemed interesting to him. He never thought he was going to have sympathy for even his child. And I kind of, in many ways, do feel the same. I don't feel like I'm too nurturing to I don't think that I would even want to be a father in many ways. It's like society seems like kind of fucked up. Clearly our phones are like like an appendage almost. Like most people can't go anywhere without their phone. You can't find places to eat. You can't do anything without it.
A couple times I was bummed this weekend because when we were hanging around in the car or at a restaurant, you and Nico both went right to Instagram and were both just scrolling, and there was no opportunity to talk to you guys or interact with you guys. I felt alone this weekend multiple times because you and Nico are phone addicts. Nico big time too. Nico goes right to the most mind-numbing TikTok, Instagram pages.
Yeah.
And I was bummed.
Yeah, that's something I'd love to continue to work on to get better. I've my time per day is going down. On Sundays when they give you the screen time, it's been going down a little percentage at a time. So I'm happy with a little bit of that, but I got to get better, obviously. And definitely, I think it's rewarding to talk to you and Nico. I have some of the fun. It's fucking
to me,
hilarious.
maybe not to Nico,
but then to shit on Nico a little bit and make it into a joke. It's fucking classic. So like it was this weekend. So clearly our kids' futures, it's probably going to be a chip inside of their fucking in their. I don't know where it's going to go, but they're going to have a chip that's going to be able to.
It's going to be inserted rectally, Leo.
Probably rectally, yeah. So it's clearly that's the way society's going. That's kind of a dark future. I don't even feel like spreading my seed, but in many ways, like I think the Genghis Khan mentality is going to come back to me one day and bite me in the ass because I think I should be spreading my seed. Should I knock up my girlfriend right now?
Should you knock up your girlfriend right now? Well, I don't think your girlfriend's parents know you exist, right?
They don't. No.
Leo is in a relationship so clandestine that her parents don't believe he's real.
Let me give you some more.
They don't even know about him. They know nothing of you.
Middle Eastern. Her father was in the Soviet army. He's killed men in war. I believe he might try to kill me. I'm only about 8 years younger than him. That's scary. I'm closer to his age than I am to his daughters. She's a precious little daughter. If you found out about me.
Yeah. It'd be one thing if you were a scientist or a tech dude.
Look at me, dude.
Look at me. I'm with you, man.
Yeah.
The good thing is, I think my girlfriend's parents have their own issues and they aren't as put together as your girlfriend's parents. So I don't really care. And they know about me and it's fine. And my girlfriend's mom might even want to have sex with me. I wouldn't be surprised. It is crazy, though, that you are a phantom.
I'm a phantom, yeah. I like it that way a little bit, though. I mean, imagine having to go to barbecues all the time with the fam, I mean, I feel like...
But how serious can the relationship be? Are you going to, if you do come out to her parents, and by come out, I mean announce your existence, are you going to acknowledge the prior 2 years, or are you just going to pretend you met her the week before?
I might have to lie about my age, pretend I met her maybe like 6 months before.
You're going to lie about your age.
Yeah, I'm going to lie about my age.
And you're going to wait until they die, holding that secret the entire time, if hypothetically you guys stay together?
No, I think once we're married, it's all good. Once, like, that's how the Middle Eastern culture is. Like, once she gets married to me, basically she's my property.
She's Armenian, right?
Yeah, Armenian Persian.
You do a fantastic Armenian accent. You could theoretically be an Armenian guy. Let's hear it. Introduce yourself to her dad.
Be like, hello, Gevorg. Good to meet you. I am from Glendale.
You need to know a few cities in Armenia.
Yeah, I'd be like, Yerevan.
In the homeland. What's that?
Yerevan.
Yerevan?
It's like, I'm from Yerevan. My family is Persian Armenian. We are Christian.
Absolutely. And just pretend you saw some shit in some war and you basically can't talk about anything that happened on Armenian soil. I think that's your out for any kind of details. If he asks you about your family, your lineage, be like, my friend, this is something I don't talk about. Ever since the war of the third Bolshevik, I can't. I saw too many good men die.
My friends die. My family, I cannot speak of these.
In Team America, he has that sob story where he talks about Team America is by the South Park writers. It was a puppet movie they put on in the early 2000s.
Very funny.
It's incredible. But they have an actor who has to go pretend he is a fucking Muslim terrorist, and he has to cook up a sob story to gain their trust, and it's about an oil field exploding and destroying a boy's flock of sheep. You need something similar. Animals need to die.
I do. Some Armenian households, you can bring in like a sheep freshly slaughtered as a peace offering to the parents. Maybe that's what I do.
Combine it. Say that Turks are the enemies of the Armenians, right?
Oh, big time.
Say when you were 5, a Turkish man gave you a scimitar. That's their sword, right?
Yeah.
It's the ones from Aladdin.
Yeah, the Aladdin
He
ones,
gave
yeah.
you one of those, and you had to go sheep by sheep through your flock of 100 and behead every single sheep. And you just can't talk about anything Armenian related.
And I lost the language somehow too. A very difficult language to speak, by the way. It's fucked up. And yeah, I'd be fucked, dude. I'd be fucked, dude. When the day I meet her, I'll have to have a GoPro going or something. The day I meet him and the mom.
What about your parents? Do they know about her?
I mean, they lightly know. Yeah, I've sent some pictures over to my mom, and I think my dad knows a little bit. They talk. They've been terrible with every girlfriend I've ever brought over. So
Why?
They just talk mad shit. They like to shit talk. South Americans, it's just how it is. You know what I mean? They don't really.
Nobody's ever good enough.
Nobody's ever good enough. Yeah, my mom almost was when I was younger. It almost seemed like she was pushing me in the direction to be like a ladies' man. Like, don't settle on a girl. You know, she's like, you can be an older man and marry a young girl. Like even my mother was saying things like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think would be the perfect girlfriend that you could bring home to your parents?
Probably like a highly educated, like girl that has a very steady profession, like a doctor or a lawyer. Kind of like the same.
That's so generic.
I know dude. Like I think it could be anything, but it would be a girl that definitely has an education, that has a good job, and it doesn't, and dresses very non-provocatively, and doesn't show any like semblance of being a whore of any kind.
What kind of skin tone do you think they'd prefer, light or dark?
They wouldn't care about the skin tone.
This is a little bit of an aside, but it's probably not going to be an aside. It's probably we're gonna dig deep into this. Leo told me this weekend. I brought up that I got my dick sucked by my dachshund when I was in 5th grade.
Oh, God.
I smeared a bunch of peanut butter all over my cock. Leo piles on, but realizes what he's doing. He says something like, "Oh yeah, one time this dog, I had it. My balls were involved. Danny, do you want to go get some food right now?" He lets it slip out, and everything is unspecific. He might not have even said him. He might have said, "My buddy Ted and this dog did this thing," but my Leo scandal detector started going beep, 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 beep. And I said, "Leo, we're talking about you, aren't we?" And he's like, "Oh, yeah." I was like, "And when you say a dog, you mean your dog, in fact." And he was like, "Oh, it was my grandma's." So, Leo, the floor is yours. Please tell the audience what sexual act you committed with a dog.
Well, look, I mean, I didn't want to let Danny think that, he was all alone in the experimentation with the animals. So, yeah, one time I was a young man. I was showering at either my grandmother's or my uncle's house.
Be specific. Which one was it?
I believe they've lived together for a while, so I think it was both of their houses at the
Your
time.
grandma and your uncle. Okay.
My uncle was just housing my grandmother. And there was this big, I don't remember, it was like I don't know if it was a pit bull mix. It was a scary dog.
That's a dangerous dog to let near your balls.
Yeah, and it gave a good, it went for my balls, and I was thrown back, and, I might have let him go for a little bit longer than.
I don't buy it. Why would a dog? So you were showering and the dog just lunged at your
I
penis.
was sweaty.
and started
I was sweaty. I was in the yard.
Nope.
Yeah,
Nope.
I think it was the salt. I didn't put any peanut butter on my cock like you did.
What about jelly?
No jelly either. I didn't get anything and smear it on my cock.
There was bait. You used bait.
I did not use bait.
I don't know what you did. You probably got a handful of kibbles and just rubbed your penis with those. So the scent was there. And then an hour later, you got Fido over to start licking.
Kibbles?
Yeah.
No, I did not put any kibbles on my fucking ball sack. Dude.
You mean to tell me this dog came over and started licking your nuts?
It just came over and licked my nuts because I was sweaty. I believe it was the salt.
No, you admitted when we were in Modesto that you set it up.
No,
You
I
let
did
it
not
lick.
admit that. He's lying. No, I did not. I never said that. And if I put peanut butter on my cock and let a dog lick it, I would probably admit it on this podcast. I mean, you've admitted so many disgusting things.
There
at
are
this
two
point.
things I know about Leo. He's repressed because he had strict parents and he couldn't do anything fun when he was younger. And he is a sexual demon. Those two things together lead to dog blowjobs. Every time, those two things lead to dog blowjobs.
I never climaxed, unfortunately.
Neither did I, but I still got a dog blowjob. And you know what? It's better than any female blowjob I've gotten my whole life. Human blowjob, that is.
That is such a lie. Look, I will say this. I had my experience with an animal once.
That's such a beautiful thing. since you're not going to spill, and everybody's going to draw their own conclusions, and if they have any sense, the conclusion is going to be Leo willingly got his dick sucked by a dog. Adam Fu once admitted to me, and he admitted this so casually, like it wasn't a big deal. He's like, Danny, one time I was watching porn, and this girl started fucking a German Shepherd, and I was like, I don't know, 17 or something, super young, and I just pulled out my dick and started jerking off, and the next thing I knew, I came all over myself.
What?
And I realized,
fuck?
I said, Fu, you realize you just admitted to jerking off to bestiality porn? And he was like, no, it wasn't. Oh.
What?
Yeah, I guess I did. Same thing happened with Leo and Modesto this weekend.
No.
You thought you were being casual and just bonding with the Dan man, and you admitted to bestiality. And worse than Fu, yours involved a real live animal.
Well, yes, but it's only because you admitted it in the past as well. So now we're brothers in our bestiality. And I think most children will at some point have some kind of experience with.
We should rename this podcast Bestiality Bros.
Bestiality Bros is nice.
Bestiality Bros. Fuck the Dino and Austin show.
Dude, what kind of cock does a German Shepherd even have? You think that's gnarly, dude? Were the nuts clipped?
Do I look like a Jewish Armenian or Jewish Persian fucking landscape developer?
I think we got to find this video. Dude.
I'm not Fu. I don't know. I don't know what that would happen with the dog in the porn.
Holy shit.
I think I have seen a video of a German Shepherd humping its owner, because when we were in 6th grade or 7th grade, we would pull these things up to laugh at, of course. But back then, the HD video definition was 360p. You can't really make out what the German Shepherd's dick looks like.
Right. Interesting.
I gotta piss so bad. 1 second, guys.
Yeah, I gotta piss too. All right. So now let's have a little fun. I got this kid. This kid, I did one of my makeover videos. I did it kind of fast, and this kid was like, I really like where you're going with that. I'd love to do one for you, film it, edit it, and here's my number. He knew the kid that I filmed the makeover with, so he wants to call me and discuss the video that we're going to do this week. So why not let Danny pretend to be me right now and get a little wild with the demands and whatever else he wants. So this is going to be fun.
You may have seen me doing my Leo impression. I spent a lot of time around this big Italian bastard. I've got his quirks. I've got his mannerisms pretty much down. And Leo, I don't want you to take offense. It's going to be a caricature.
God damn it, dude.
It's going to be a little bit of a caricature.
All right.
First, just so this is fair, do me right now.
All right.
Not sexually, just do an impression of me into the microphone. Take a second. Close your eyes. Get into character. Think some Danny Mullen thoughts.
All right. This is like off-camera Danny Mullen, right?
On camera Danny Mullen.
Oh, on camera Danny
I don't know. Do a caricature.
Gotta. Let's get these bits going. All right. We got a long day ahead of us. I gotta get my sleep. I'm to go to bed. Make sure that you're here 15 minutes early, please. I need you here on time. We gotta get going. All right. We gotta get start by around 10 o'clock. And let's make sure that we have everything. I need you to bring a couple of costumes. I'm going to lay them out. I'm going to text you in the
sound like
morning.
it's the psychotic travel planner.
I'm just saying, when you travel plan, sometimes you are a little bit of a psychotic
It's tough,
guy.
yeah.
No, of course. I'm kidding. You have a lot going on in your head. You're trying to get the whole video going. I could totally see where you get a little psychotic with the travel plans. It's totally fine. I'm not talking shit.
Well, I'm going to go a little bit more colorful with my impersonation.
Oh, God.
of you.
Are you upset at my fucking impression of you, dude? I was just kidding.
I'm going to do whatever I want to do when I am impersonating you. So,
all right, here we go. I will sodomize the serpent.
All it's going to mean is this kid might think you have some colorful opinions about the Jews. That's an angle I'm going to
stop it, dude.
It's mine. I can do what I want.
Dude, what the fuck?
It's mine. Let me talk to him. Let's call him up. Let's not even give him 5 minutes.
Oh, shit, dude. All right,
this
fucking
kid,
call him up, dude.
I really got to focus because I'm going to pull the mic a little bit off so my voice is muffled.
Yeah.
Because he's going to know.
Yeah, hold on. He's never heard my voice on the phone. I don't know what to get it from him.
Okay. Gotta get to character.
Leo Olin.
What's up, man? You are on the Leo and Danny show. Fuck yeah.
Ooh, am a hype.
So,
let's get this year rolling.
So, what's up, man?
It's almost in.
Okay. So what's up, man? You saw the last makeover I did. I want you to look fresh. I want you to be sexy. We're going to turn your life around, start getting you pussy, and start making you more effective as a man. I played baseball in college.
Ooh, a baseball player. Sounds feisty.
Yeah.
I like it. I like that energy. I like it a lot. Dude.
Yeah. So tell me, man. Just out of curiosity,
I'm
Leo.
not gonna lie. I can tell you have a solid swing, bro. Don't get me wrong. I know you have a great forearm, bro. I've been doing push-ups, bro. I'm trying to do no-hand push-ups. It's a struggle, man. You ever seen that Russian video? That guy that did it with no fucking hands? That's gonna be me in a week, bro.
Oh yeah,
Mark my words.
Yeah.
Mark my words.
Yeah, man. So I wanted to do this makeover with you. You know, I'm from LA. I was on The Bachelorette. I have a sugar mama. What's your name, first of all, dude? Hello?
I'm a sorority girl right now. Come on.
What's that, man?
Danny boy. I said I want you to guess. I want you to guess. I can't make this easy for you.
You're talking to Leo right now. I want you to know, man. Beautiful locks,
Jesus.
expensive clothing. Yeah,
Really?
watch your P's and Q's, man. It's the Lee man.
Lee Bear, my boy. Your voice sounds a little different today, Leo. You got a little cough, bro? You got a little cough going on,
Well,
my
you
friend?
know, I was out at Nobo with my sugar mama, and we were having sushi and endless margaritas.
dog.
I'm out there staying young
God.
on the streets. But, dude, have you ever looked into the global Jewish conspiracy?
Dude, you know what's funny? I am a Jew. I'm a part of the whole thing. I'm part of that conspiracy. And let me just say to you, not Leo or Danny, probably Leo right now, of course. It's all true. It's all true. Let's be real here, Leo, okay? Fucking stereotypes, they're real. They're honest. I mean, like, people say they're messed up, they're this, they're that, but let's cut the bullshit and let's just say the truth, okay? All my friends are Jewish. I went to a Jewish private school that I was expelled from, and I can tell you this. Noses are big. Money is the priority. Okay, Leo?
Okay. I don't know how you managed to suck all the fun out of this whole bit, fan. I am holding a baseball bat right now, and I wish I could make it connect with your big nose. I want to tell you that.
That would hurt. That would hurt like a bitch, bro.
All
That
right.
would not feel fun.
I was going to have Austin hang up on you. This is Danny, after all. You're not as dumb as we'd hoped for. So what's up, man? You want Leo to make you over? What's gone wrong in your life that you want this?
No, it wasn't. Or you were just going to help me shoot a video. I mean, do you want to be made over, my man?
Dude, you can make me over. You can. I mean, I'm looking quite sexy right now. It's an honor to talk to you guys today.
Thanks, brother.
It's scrumdiddlyumptious to hear you. Danny, loving the voice, man. How's the show going today? Magnificent.
Well,
It's a good show
having
so
a wild
far,
time.
I'm hungover on weed gummies and pumpkin pie. Well, not pumpkin pie. What's it? Cheesecake. Why did I say pump? That's how fucked up I am. I can't remember what kind of
dude?
cake I had last night. I wish I had pumpkin pie. I would have saved myself about 2,000 calories.
Pumpkin's way better than cheesecake. I think we all, as human beings, can agree on that.
Listen, my
But-
man. Wait, what
No,
is your
dude,
name? I didn't
fuck
catch your
weed
name.
gummies, bro.
What? I didn't catch your name. This is Leo now.
Oh
What?
yeah, dude. My name is Neve, bro. I'm from Israel.
What is it,
I
Lee?
Damn it.
I create fucking films, bro.
That's awesome,
I'm a
bro.
filmmaker, dude.
Hell yeah, dude. So wait, I wanted to ask you. Did you see Danny Mullen's
Oh, yeah,
Inland
yeah.
Iggy porn video or no?
The one with when you try to make a fake porn with what's that guy's fucking name?
Inland Iggy.
Big dick dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, Inland Iggy.
That was not
That
a
guy's
fake
great. That
porn,
guy's
by the
great.
way.
It was a real porn, but listen, I wanted to do.
I mean, you guys are dedicated.
Thanks, man. I mean, would you be okay with shooting? I mean, I was thinking this week, I got this guy. He's a good guy. He's a good kid. Well, but he's willing to jerk off on camera. And I was actually curious if you would be okay with filming that part of it as well, because we're going to link it. It's going to be just like the Inland Iggy video. It's going to be a normal makeover. And at the end, for no reason, he's going to jerk off on camera. I was just curious if you'd actually be down to film that too.
Listen, mate. Here's the rundown, okay? I fuck with your content. I see you and Danny making shit all the time. You make Danny's videos pop even more. I'm not trying to talk shit
Thanks,
here,
buddy.
Danny, but Leo adds so much life to your
Appreciate
videos.
it.
And then I look at Leo's channel, and I'm like, this guy's fucking hilarious, but his quality shit, and he needs just like a better cameraman. Like,
Wait,
that
This
is-
guy is
Hang up on
chilling
this piece of
so
garbage.
hard.
Hey, get rid of this guy.
Danny, no, we're boys. Danny.
Leo, I am not going to let this kid say those things to you.
Well, he's probably a little right. I film a lot of him with my phone, every now and then. But the content's there, all right? I'd provide some entertainment to some people. You know what I mean? I should be putting more effort into my channel. It's true.
How is that kid? It's almost every fan I want to interact with, I don't want their IQ to go above 80. I want more Rat Dick Ralphs.
More Rat Dick Ralphs.
I want more Swolby 1 Kenobis. More Mud Flaps.
Yeah.
I can't. Not that kid's IQ sounds higher than Swolby 1 Kenobis or Mud Flaps.
But he's got ideas.
He's got ideas, and he sounds like he's hyped up on speed, and he just wanted to talk and do bits.
Yeah.
Just shut up. Let me pretend I'm Leo, and let me get into the global Jewish conspiracy. I guess it didn't help that he was from Israel.
Yeah.
That's tough. It's okay, Leo. We tried to get something
We tried to get something going. You guys, it's not always, it's hit or miss. We're improvising right here at the top of our heads. It happens.
We had a brutal weekend, too, man. We worked our fucking asses off.
It was a great, rewarding. Pretty funny, dude.
Great video.
Yeah.
Up in Modesto. Modesto people,
strange place, Modesto. It was a ghost town in many ways, but also just the mix of people. It's either you feel like you're either going to get killed by a Norteño, or you're talking to like a lifeless like sack of like, it's almost like a lizard person. It's either white people that are lizard people or Norteños.
Wait, aren't lizard people in prominent positions in society? Because that's nobody in Modesto.
That's true. I guess
like
the
Newt
theory
Gingrich is a lizard person.
Yeah, or like could be Donald, but like, or
Rumsfeld?
no, Hillary Clinton for sure. But the thing is, they were either like, I don't know, like very difficult to talk to white people or Norteños that might kill us. So it was interesting.
Yeah, the storyline we latched onto, and you guys are going to see plenty of this in the videos. You might notice, what hat am I wearing right now, Leo? You haven't
the Modesto nuts.
You haven't commented on it.
Fuck, I didn't see it yet.
Beautiful
That's
hat.
awesome. It's a really nice hat.
In my research, last minute, I saw that Modesto had a single A baseball team. That's the lowest level of minor leagues.
The lowest level, besides rookie ball, which doesn't even count. But yeah, so
their field looked inferior to that of my high school baseball teams.
It was bad, dude.
We go there. They're called the Modesto Nuts, which delighted me to no end. That all these minor league teams have like intentionally bad names. Up in Vermont, I believe there's a team called like the fucking Montpelier Lake Monsters, the Rancho Cucamonga Quakes. The
That's a good
Modesto, that one's the most standard name.
Yeah.
The Modesto Nuts is just humiliating for everybody involved.
Seriously.
But I latched onto it because it's a funny name. Leo and I roll into Modesto wearing a Modesto Nuts jersey, baseball pants, cleats, with hats, toting baseball bats, and we try to use the Nuts card to get access to whatever we want to access in Modesto.
Let me tell you, dude.
Hey, it worked.
Oh, it worked well.
It worked.
It worked well.
We got in to a farmer's market. It isn't 10 minutes before we buy a sack of oranges, and Leo's pitching them to me, and I'm smacking them with a bat right in the middle of a farmer's market.
My favorite was when you just hit the guy. Did you hit that fat guy with the fucking orange?
Yeah, we got a fat guy to take some swings, and we just threw the oranges at him instead of throwing him down the strike zone.
Oh, man.
Next, we go to a girls' softball tournament. It's gated. They have a guard. We walk through and say, oh, it's fine. We're with the Modesto Nuts. Do you see the jersey? And also, this old lady over here that you guys were giving a hard time to, she's coming in as well.
Oh, yeah.
They were not letting this old lady in, but they let me and Leo in with the Nuts jerseys, and we brought her just to piss off the person ripping tickets at the gate.
Yes.
We get in there. We start giving batting lessons to 6th grade softball prodigy girls.
Yes. It wasn't going too well. Danny missed a few pitches. And,
Leo was trying to pitch the ball. He was doing underhand lobs, and it took me 6 tries to make contact with a softball, while 10 really good softball playing girls are looking on in disappointment.
Just giggling.
I cannot hit a fucking softball. And then I have the nerve to gather them all in with Leo, and we give them a motivational speech before their game.
Yeah, the moment when Danny says, can we have a few words with the team, and the coach goes, everybody bring it up. I was like, there's no way this is happening. Yeah, so we got that. And I was playing it. I was a Dominican guy character with an accent, so it should be pretty exciting.
My name's John Stanley. This is Manny. He's just got recruited to our team. He's a good guy. Manny, say hello.
Hi, how everybody doing? I want to tell everybody, the Dominican Republic. I'm from Santo Domingo. Play baseball.
He plays baseball, and let me tell you this, he is so fortunate to be in the city of Modesto. I know to you people it's not much, but Santo Domingo, there are stray dogs. It is run by military police, and all they can eat over there is octopus. Isn't that right, Manny?
We love to eat the octopus. We love the octopus. He's good.
It's good. I mean, this guy comes from dirt poverty. It was him and 16 family members in a one-room hut, all sleeping on the floor.
He smelled like she, and we eat the octopus, though. He's good.
Yeah, you eat the octopus, man. We know that's what you get for sustenance. And how do you guys sustain yourself? I heard it was by basically selling empty soda cans on the street.
You get the can from the tourists.
Yeah.
The tourists, they come from America. They put the can in the trash. We think gold is like gold.
Yeah.
We get the can. We resell to metal manufacturer. We get the manganese.
Yeah.
We get more octopus.
Yeah. What is it? About 3 pounds of cans for one octopus?
One octopus.
That's how you make an honest living over there. And Manny, he was just so grateful to be in Modesto and be able to share his experience with these 6th grade girls who have never had a trouble in their life.
Yes.
And as you can probably guess, audience, this is Danny talking to you now, not John Stanley. We got kicked out of that place. Leo and I, we can never let it just be nice.
No.
We gave the girls the speech. The coaches didn't care. Everybody was laughing. The dads were even playing catch with us. We could not let it go at that. We had to find the 16-year-old groundskeeper with the golf cart, insist he drive us around the perimeter of the games while we're on the back of the golf cart, because we are, after all, members of the Modesto Nuts.
That's right.
And then I just get a wild hair up my ass, and I have to storm out onto the middle of a field during a game and start screaming at an umpire. The umpire flips his shit. He throws his face mask in the ground, starts running after me.
It was great, man. It was great.
At that point, they finally realized, okay, these guys aren't real minor league baseball players. A fucking 5'1" Mexican dad goes into a rage and follows us out into the parking lot. It looks like he keeps reaching into his pockets like he has a knife and is going to perhaps shank me.
Yeah. No, I was a little scared that he was definitely going to use some kind of weapon. But ended up being okay. But you'll see the debacle that we created very quickly too. It was maybe less than 45 minutes. We went in there and destroyed that place.
We made our presence known. At the very least.
We've done these things so many times now that we have to slow down and think about what we did after to see how absolutely ridiculous it is. And this was one that it was pretty ridiculous. Yeah.
People were convinced we were minor league baseball players. And we betrayed their trust.
Oh, yeah.
It's absurd. In the middle of Modesto.
Yeah.
After that, we went and revisited a sport that I haven't played since I was, I think, a junior in high school. We went paintballing.
Oh, God.
Now, I used to be a competitive paintball player, and I took Leo out to the field. He's covered in welts.
I still have welts. There he goes, right here.
Competitive paintball. I was telling Leo about this, and I guess we can get into a little bit of it because I haven't talked about it on the podcast.
Yeah, I was so shocked that there was something I didn't know about you. You told me you played competitive paintball where you would travel, like travel team paintball, which is, to me, is I didn't even know that existed, number one. Number two, you also told me that you did this with your father often. So I need details. I need why you did this, what it worked like, you did, the whole nine.
First of all, it's a complete waste of time. Paintball is somewhere between flying RC planes and playing frisbee golf in terms of importance and popularity.
And douchiness.
And douchiness. Well, flying a remote control plane isn't douchey. It's nerd.
Well, it's like you have to be very wealthy to afford to fly and play those. Like paintball is an expensive sport.
It is very expensive.
The
$1,000 for guns. The paint is hellaciously expensive. Field dues, masks. I used to play though, and we started off just playing in forests. Then a field popped up right next to my childhood home, and I would go there 3 nights a weekend: Sunday night, Saturday night, Friday night. And I got good enough eventually to get a tryout with this team called Avalanche, who was a pro team. What that meant is each one of those guys probably made minimum wage. They only worked 2 days a week. Saturday and Sunday they played paintball, but they got paid the rest of the week to practice, stay in shape, which they didn't do, and then go compete at these national tournaments and represent the paintball brand that they were sponsored by. Well, I got onto this team, Avalanche. They were big back in the day, and I was 14 years old. I go over to their house after making the team, these guys. They all live in Elk Grove. It's 10 dudes in one track home, one 2-story track home. I learned very quickly their life consists of these alleged professional athletes. It consists of drinking beer and playing Halo and fucking syphilis-ridden fat girls who come over and be groupies.
Oh, God. There were paintball groupies.
There were paintball groupies, and they were not pretty on the eyes, Leo.
We're talking just fat.
Dino fucks better looking girls than the paintball groupies.
Oh, my God.
The Powerpuff girl that he was messaging the other week is a catch compared to the girls that would come over to the Avalanche house. But I love it. These guys waited exactly one night before allowing me to drink. The first night, they were all in their mid-20s. They're like, hey, we can't let Danny, this kid who's literally 14, he can't take shots when we're doing a round of shots. When we go on a beer run and bring back 15 cases of Bud, he cannot be in the living room cracking those with us.
Your parents just let you stay with them?
My parents were likewise hesitant for one night. My dad came and picked me up the first night, so I couldn't stay and drink. But the second time I went over there, my dad was too lazy to care. These guys were too lazy to enforce the no drinking. I was shit-faced with a bunch of 20 and 30-year-olds when I was 14.
Oh, my God, dude.
That's what it turned into. And they would get drunk every night before paintball practice. I would too. So I started playing like shit, and eventually they cut me from the team.
No way.
Because
You got cut?
I was like a 14-year-old with a drinking problem.
This is classic. Dude, is there any way you could contact the leader of that, the coach?
Absolutely. You know, we could do a video with him. He owns a very successful paintball field up in Northern California.
We should do a video about this, and well, that'd be classic.
It's true. There was a point in my life where it all synced up. It was my freshman year of high school this was going on. I had a house party in high school. A bunch of people came over. A bunch of people left booze. I got in trouble for the party eventually, but I covered. It was quite genius. There were cigarettes all over the place. And I told my dad, I'm so sorry about this. Word got out that you guys were out of town and people came over looking for a party and they were smoking, but I kicked everybody out and I called the police, Dad. I got them off the premises.
Genius.
But really, there was a party and people left a bunch of vodka over. So for like 6 months after this party, I would come home from school and immediately take 3 shots.
What?
And then I would just go do whatever nonsensical 14-year-old, like I would go get on my Mongoose BMX bike and do fucking bar spins in the front yard when I was just drunk.
What?
Yeah.
You were taking 3 shots?
And this dovetailed perfectly with my new friend group of 26-year-old professional paintball players. So whenever I'd go over there, sometimes it'd be 7 a.m. We'd be headed out to Wild Adventure Paintball over in fucking Manteca or Extreme Paintball in Modesto. We'd start drinking before practices, Leo.
What? These pieces of shit.
I didn't even have my learner's permit.
About you.
I didn't even have my learner's
They
permit.
didn't care about you at all. You were taking 3 shots to go bike riding?
Yeah, well, when you're it really steadies your nerve when you're getting air off that speed bump, Leo.
I really love when you call your parents. Is there any way you can call your mother and just tell her that you did this? Like admit to her that this was a thing?
Yeah. I'll call my dad right now.
Yeah, call your dad, dude.
My dad knows more about paintball.
Hello?
Hey, Dad, what's up?
Good. What's up with you?
Oh, just calling you. You're on the Leo and Danny show. I'll let you know ahead of time now. I'm not gonna tell you I made a terrible investment.
With Cloud Kid Kobe.
Yeah, Cloud Kid Kobe. Yeah, Dad, we just Leo and I were reminiscing on the paintball days, and particularly with my experience with Team Avalanche, and just Leo wanted me to call you up and let you know about what was really going on behind the professional scenes with that team.
Aha! They were molesting you.
Precisely. I want you to pay for my therapy.
That's right.
That was great.
Yeah. No, I remember my dad walked in one time because I was telling you, Dad, how basically...
Was that the time with your pants down? Or
oh, yeah, exactly.
The other guys?
It was when I was bleeding from the rectum. No, Dad, I was telling Leo that those guys were essentially professional drinkers who played paintball as a hobby. And I remember one time when you came and picked me up from their house, it was after a weekend of practice, and that meant by extension a weekend of partying. I remember you, without me knowing, arrived in front of their place, got out of the car, and just walked into their house, which of course I never would have wanted you to do, because you walked right in the kitchen looking for me, and there were probably 200, 300 empty Budweiser cans all over the counters. And at that point,
And
you had
the
to have
whiskey
known.
bottles. Don't forget the whiskey and the vodka.
Industrial-sized bottles of Jack and Smirnoff.
Yes, I
And-
would agree.
And I was 14 years old over there getting shit-faced, Dad. That's what Leo wanted me to come clean about.
Well, that I would dispute, but
Would you? I wouldn't. It's true.
Well, as a parent, he's going to dispute.
Maybe
That
I was
was
15, if that makes it any better.
But I didn't hear that part.
Maybe it was 15, if that makes it better. But continue. What were you going to say?
Yeah. Oh, nothing. They were a wild crew.
Yeah.
That was of all types. I remember, what was the guy's name? He was getting a huge tattoo all the way down his body. There was a skeleton with a long top hat, like a stovepipe hat, like Abraham Lincoln used to wear.
Well,
what was that guy's name?
I remember that
You
guy.
remember
I think
him?
his name was Roy Richards, but he had horrible taste in tattoos, clearly, and that shows you.
Oh, it was an ugly tattoo.
Yeah,
It was
that just-
ugly.
That just shows you
But it was enormous.
the level of society I was blending with at the tender and impressionable age of 14.
That's correct.
Yeah.
That's correct.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
we had to get into this because Leo didn't know that.
I probably seriously neglected my parental duties
Yeah.
in that episode.
No, it was nuts. It was.
At least I didn't drop you off in some horrific, like Compton or someplace, and leave you with an unknown family.
Yeah,
But,
well, we do that to ourselves now as adults. Dad, what is some?
yes, I know.
Because paintballing, it was just when I was a little kid. I tended to see all adults as respectable figures because they were older than me and therefore they must be right and wise and successful. What were some of the
That's right.
sketchier things you saw going on in the parking lots when we were playing paintball? Did you ever see anybody openly abusing
Yeah.
drugs and drinking booze before games?
I did see drugs, but not a whole lot. I did see gangbangers. They were flashing signs. I mean, legit gangbangers. And my experience is I've had tons and tons of gangland shooting cases.
Who were they
and
flashing gang
murders.
signs? Were they flashing
and I've
gang
had
signs?
gang experts come, and they were flashing signs back and forth at each other because somebody lit up playing paintball, lit somebody up, and they were pissed, and they were flashing signs. And what was the guy that ran Action Paintball? The dark-haired
Alan?
guy
I'm not
that-
sure. It doesn't matter.
Alan.
But wait, so
Alan kicked some of those guys out of there and stuff.
okay.
And
So,
but there were
guys-
some dudes that came in there that I was going like, I wonder if they were packing more than paintball.
Yeah, I guess they got to stay
Yeah.
sharp for any kind of breakout gang gunfight. That's what they do. Is they go play paintball?
And well, I guess they were practicing their drive-by shootings and all of that other stuff. But and then I remember smelling marijuana on a fairly regular basis,
Yeah.
not every time, but
Yeah.
that would be wafting through the forest here and there and out in the trees.
Well, I put all my paintball pass to use this weekend, Dad. We got a game going. Me on one side, Leo on the other. I recruited 2 kids. 2 very nice young Mexican boys. I told them I would shout out their Instagrams if they joined me in a suicide charge. Then I bribed a referee, Dad, $20 to let me and the 2 Mexican kids run way out of bounds and then loop in on top of Leo's position and just execute him. Just shoot him in the side until he fell to the ground in pain. And
bad.
we did it. It's on video. We
I believe you.
ran out of bounds and
I
just
gotta see
assassinated
that. I got
Ottavio.
to see that.
It's pretty funny.
Now, Leo, this is he has from an early age learned to cheat. He one time with his friend. What was the friend, Danny, that lived way out in Rancho Murrieta?
Mark, he's gay now, Dad. I don't know if you know that.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, and I don't. I know Mark's gay.
Yeah.
So Mark and he were.
My dad's just using that as an interchangeable term for lame.
Gotcha.
He's lame. He's gay.
All right. So what happened? What did you do?
So I was up on a ridge, and I was overlooking the base that you guys had to capture the flag of. So I had a great position behind a tree, and you and Mark were coming up, and I started shooting at you guys, and you guys were good players by then, and so you were keeping me pinned behind a tree, the two of you, and working your way in. But at any rate, you didn't stop shooting. You hit me, and I would shoot you guys, and pretty soon you were just lighting me up. Well, so you're just painting me, pasting me. I must have had
my own father. Wow,
welts all over my body. Anyway, another man that was on your team, he thinks I'm cheating. He doesn't realize that I'm just having a crazed war with my son and his friend Mark, and we're just blasting each other. He starts lighting me up and screaming, "Bob, you're out!" He's going ape shit. So he's used to cheating.
Yeah.
He's used to cheating.
Yeah. I mean,
I bet.
What is going on in this country when a father and a son and a gay dude can't cover each other in paint?
That's right. I did have. I had so many welts on me I couldn't count it.
Yeah.
There were welts on top of welts.
Yeah, Mark, Dad, I might as well just tell the Cliff Notes version of this story real quick. Mark made waves at my high school. So Mark was this kid who grew up in Rancho Murrieta. He played paintball with me all the time. And then he came out of the closet when he was, 18, 19. But he, at one point, ended up having sex with this guy I went to high school with, Dad, who was a big ladies man and who had a girlfriend. Mark destroyed a straight ladies man guy's relationship. And that got out, and just everybody.
Good for Mark.
What's that? I guess so. I mean,
good for Mark.
He really went for the top
Good
shelf
for Mark.
straight men. And
he's trying to bring some guys over to recruit over to his team.
yeah,
So,
they're only 10% of the population. They feel outnumbered. They got to do some recruiting.
Well, that's right. So
also,
Mark was a good guy.
Yeah, Mark
he was just bringing over some new material.
Yeah, and I guess now he's part of the bear community, and he intentionally stays about 30 to 40 pounds overweight. He has his nipples pierced, and he doesn't shave anywhere, and he's just this hairy gay guy in San Francisco that you can fuck, I guess, if you know the right people.
Holy shit.
Ah.
Yeah. It's a good career, just being a bear.
Yeah.
All right, Dad. Well, that was good. We got to move on, unfortunately. We got to wrap up the show here, but thanks,
Well,
Dad.
that's all right. And did you tell him about the time one time I was down in Santa Barbara and I got a call from the cops, and Danny's having a huge party in our house, and he's supposed to be a good boy, right?
Yeah.
And there's tons of marijuana and everything.
Yeah.
Fortunately, the cops made him pour out all the beer, and I'm for months, literally, I'm not kidding you, for months I'm finding little baggies of marijuana hidden in the family boat, stashed out by a fence, just everywhere. I'm finding these little baggies of marijuana.
Yeah.
And Danny's pissed, like the cops did something wrong, and I'm going
Well, they did.
because at that time, you were an adult. I think you were just turned 18, and I'm just going, so they could bust you for everybody that's in the house. So.
Well, history made them look like fools.
The cops didn't know who I was at the time.
Well,
but
history didn't make them look very good, Dad, because now weed is legal, so big fucking deal. People had some
That's
weed.
true.
And, the reason that happened is because the cop came through the door, and he said, I want all the marijuana. Everybody right now, bring the pot to me. Lay it on the floor at my feet. And then 4 or 5 kids came forward, and they dropped off their little dime bags, and he said, are you insulting my intelligence right now? Do you think I am a dummy? I know there is more marijuana in this house. And then one other kid came forward and deposited his bag, but everybody else just funneled in the backyard and started abandoning their stash. Dad, you're leaving out something, though. If I'm remembering correctly, a handgun of yours went missing that night.
It may have. I don't recall.
It did. Somebody took one of your guns, and then that gun registered to you was used in a shooting about a year later. I think somebody shot a cop with it. You don't remember that?
No, they didn't shoot a cop. But I don't know if the gun got taken in your.
I think you're
marijuana thing.
I think
but
you're.
Somebody did steal a gun from us, and they did catch a guy that he was involved in a shooting with cops. He hit nobody,
he didn't
but they found guns on him. One of which was the one that was stolen from me. But
Are you positive
didn't kill a cop.
Are you positive it was stolen from that party?
no, I don't think it was stolen from that party.
Okay.
So.
For a while, you tried to lay that on me. That was a mean move.
Well,
to pull
I
a
try
teenager.
to lay a lot of guilt on you because it's the only way to control you is to make you feel guilty.
I think so. I think that's sadly
Yeah.
accurate. All right, Dad. Well, this has been great. Thank you so
Always
much for
great.
taking the call.
All right.
Thank you, Mr. Mole.
All right.
We'll call whenever, just periodically. We remember
See
some.
you, Leo.
Thank you,
Leo,
brother.
just be careful around him. He's very dangerous.
I know. I am careful around him. It's caused me a lot of grief recently, but I'm trying to rebound. Thank you, sir. Appreciate
All right.
that.
All right, Dad.
All right. He is a 290 registrant, so be careful.
I know.
Oh, I don't know what that means. What's that mean, Dad?
290 means he's a child molester. He's got a registered
I am. That's true. I wasn't sure, but you're right.
That's
All right,
classic.
guys.
All right, Dad.
See you,
bye-bye.
Later, Dad. 290. That's gonna be Dino's nickname, just 290.
290, dude.
All right, people. That's our show. I'm sorry, guys. I'm gonna make sure next weekend, no cheesecake, no edibles.
Hey, that was a good show, man. We got a little
fucking
deep.
trying our best.
The fans love when you get deep, dude. Watch. They like that shit.
Well, if they don't like it, I do have a baseball bat, so come at me, you little pussies.
Blow us, you
All right, guys.
bitches.
That's the show. Leo and Danny show.